Last night I took some JB weld, the quick weld, which the regular weld is gray like this. The quick weld is, which takes about 5 minutes to dry up, is a dark gray. The other takes 24 hours. I don't know which one heals up better or whatever. But I decided to put some screen on here, which looks nice. And so I've done that. And you can see right here where it was gray and it's black and now it was gray. What this is the gray is the normal color of this old glove box cover. You can see the gray right there. What I've done, and I do this every year, is I take this Duplicolor bumper coating, or you can call it bumper black, and it's kind of like a real thin rubberized coating, and it goes on and it really makes all of your old rubber or plastic that looks like this, it makes it look really nice and new. The only problem with it is it's not as flexible as I think it would be. And another thing I should have tried was, this is a black color, it's called Krylon Fusion. It bonds to plastic, which is good, and it's satin black. But what I've done is taken this old 20-year-old plastic, sanded it down, and put, you can either use this is kind of neat, I don't know if it really works that well. It's called Bulldog Adhesion Promoter, which I've used it, chrome plastic fiberglass. And what I think it does is, when you spray it on, it kind of loosens up the, it kind of melts into the plastic so that the plastic is softer, and then when you put your paint on, it gets into the softer plastic, and then when it dries it heals up pretty good. So I'm going to take off this cover right here. I'm going to take off the lock, which all you have to do is pull this little clip right there. I'm going to sand this up, and you can see where I've tried to sand it before, and you can see the low spots and the high spots and, you know, the rips and everything right here. You can take all that out with some wet sanding. I went down today at the Home Depot, where that's one of the places that I can shop here. And when you're doing something like this, you want to make it kind of technical and racing. So I needed 4 screws or bolts to put in these little tiny holes right here to hold the plate on here. This is for racing use only plate. What I picked up was these. These are Allen head, little tiny, I don't know what the size is on them, but you can see that this is kind of a neat one, but it's not as flat. And this one right here is a nice rounded hole. And what it does is, I took a drill bit down to Home Depot. I knew the drill bit would fit right in the hole right there. So I found a screw that would fit, or bolt, I'm sorry, right there, and it almost fits. Shoot, get in there, come on. You can see where it fits and how it's going to look right there. And then I went and bought some of these nuts with a they have a holder on them. Now the next thing what I can do is, this is all the guts that the little racing switch, I think it was like $35 it came with. This here is for your could be the starter, I think. Goes behind here. No, wait. This goes, I'm not sure where it goes. Anyway, we have this on-off switch right here, which is really cool. It has a red light, okay? Now, of course, you got to have your red light cover right here, and this goes on. You can see how cool that's going to look. What I'm going to do is my engine start, which you can see this red button right here. If you press down on it, well, you can't really press down on it, but you can press down on this here, and this goes behind it and hooks on to the back of the plate right here. I'm going to get one of those, and this is one thing I wanted to ask anyone out there if they've ever tried this. A regular electric starter will not work on a stroker because it's too big of an engine, it'll burn the motor out. But they have an enhanced, it's just a little bit bigger, a little bit beefier starter motor for the Dio. And I wonder if anyone's ever tried that on a stroker. Because if they have, I'm going to get one and connect the engine start up to it. So I'll flick a switch right here, I'll get a red light going on right there. That'll give me power, and then I'll hit my engine start, and that will start the bike. And then I've got three other, and this is accessory 1, 2, and 3, which I can run. I think, I'm not going to say for sure, but it could be nitrous oxide. So, without further ado, I'm going to take this all apart. I'm going to sand this all down, wet sand it, and respray it. And you can see what a piece of crap it looks like right now, and what it's going to look like after I put everything on it. Bumper black is a great thing to put on this plastic because it kind of gives your plastic parts a kind of a thick rubber glow instead of a thin black color, which is nice. Here we go.